Good afternoon from London. So taking a look across the markets, the European markets are currently trading in positive territory, and so too are the US stock markets. This is all despite an unscheduled release from the IMF where they cut lots of growth forecasts, including Europe, which they cut to 1.5% for this year and 2% for next year. They also cut global growth to 4%. It was previously forecast for 4.5% next year and 4.3% this year. And they also cut Chinese growth forecasts as well, although they have raised inflation expectations. The same with the IMF. They also said that if Italy's borrowing hit 8 to 9%, then the debt would be unsustainable. And staying in Europe, we saw that the Spanish upper house has approved the expansion of the EFSF, although we have already seen the lower house pass this. Now, in terms of the FX market, we saw some weakness in the Swiss franc, and that was on market talk that the S&P was going to set the floor for the Euro Swiss at 1.25. It's currently at 1.2, so that did see a move in that market. And we also saw market talk that they'd be holding a press conference at 3 o'clock GMT, although a spokesman came out and said that this was not true. But moving out into the US, not been so much news flow in the US today. However, we have had the building permits, which came in better than expected and beating the previous reading. And we saw the US housing starts, which came in slightly weaker and also less than the previous reading as well. Now, in terms of the commodity complex, we've seen WTI crude future gain over $2.50 so far this session. And we are looking out for the IPI inventory numbers later on after the market close. But for now, that's it from me. A bit later on, we do have Papandreou giving a press conference on the Greek debt crisis, but that is later on. That's 11:30 London time. But for now, that's it from me. Enjoy the rest of the session.